Hello, everybody. We're back after a 5-year hiatus.
3 year.
Yay.
3 year.
Oh, it felt like 5, Rich. We're
So,
back!
so,
Yay!
so this is Drunk Tech Support. I'm Rich.
Oh, yeah, you're listening to Drunk Tech Support. I'm Jay.
We're both a little rusty. It's been a while.
It has. It took Rich an hour to get all this stuff set up.
Yeah.
Oh,
God,
well,
at least an
welcome
hour.
to the new... Welcome to the new improved Drunk Tech Support,
Yeah.
where we're not going to swear, and if we do, we're going to bleep it out.
The wholesome,
This episode...
family-friendly version.
Yeah, right. I still wouldn't let my kids listen to it.
Yeah, me either.
When they're 18, they can listen to it. If you don't delete everything.
Yeah.
This episode's called Too Hot for HR.
Yeah.
Rich. And that's for a specific reason.
Yeah, somewhere around 3 years ago, some folks I worked with had an issue with the show, and I decided it was time to take a break. So we did.
It caused some turbulence at your work. And by taking a break means Rich freaked out, deleted all of our pages, deleted all of our videos and audio, and took everything offline.
Let's be clear. I still have all the backups. We're still good. We just got to upload it.
We don't have all of our edited episodes though.
But we will work on rebuilding the library and getting it on the website and on the podcast, and your favorite.
Your plan is
podcast
to
app.
go back wherever your podcast app is located. So I'm not looking forward to editing past episodes again.
Yeah,
it usually took me like 3 to 4 hours a piece, and we have like 100.
Even the ones that we have that are edited, we have to go through again to make sure we're bleeping. And, yeah.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god.
But it'll be better.
So we have a. Can I say the S word?
We have a ton.
Really, I can say the S word.
I mean, I guess
like
you
that's
can.
That's allowed on primetime TV since
know.
like the 90s. We have a shit ton of things to talk about that have happened in the past 10 years.
Yeah. I think the biggest one is I'm no longer in Texas.
Oh, right. Rich moved. I moved, Rich, from Texas to Washington.
Yes.
And that was a fun road trip.
It was, actually. I really enjoyed it, driving across the country. Road trips are something that I've always enjoyed. But
would have been more fun if your kid wasn't like wedged in between us.
I did get some good video of you guys playing Minecraft and stuff while I was driving.
All right, on my Nintendo Switch. Did I even have a Nintendo Switch last time we recorded? I don't know.
I don't know if you did, actually.
Oh. And I lost my Apple Pencil in the dashboard, and I was very distraught.
Yeah. And
I was literally like dismantling his dashboard of the rental truck as we were driving. Yeah. It was I never got it back.
So, lesson learned, Penske rental trucks, perfect size on the dashboard to lose an Apple Pencil.
Yeah, or anything Apple Pencil shaped, like a pencil.
Like an actual pencil.
Like a pencil. Who uses pencils?
Yeah.
Did we talk about the Ryder truck that could have killed us that we were driving?
Yeah, the one
that was like
bald tires.
Yeah. And like once you hit 60, it starts like jumping, like because the tires were not
fairly certain I was over the weight limit for the cars. The truck. So
that didn't help.
It didn't.
But that's the tires aren't. Not only were they bald, they weren't balanced.
Yeah, and then once
tires aren't balanced.
Once we hit the Rocky Mountains, going up hills was like 20 miles an hour.
Oh my god! Yeah, it was an ordeal.
It was an ordeal, but I'm here, and it's much nicer, and I have a good job, and yeah, I like it. It's a big change.
Speaking of jobs, I don't have a job, but I am in a new tax bracket. I'm no longer $5 from being homeless like I was back in the day.
Good feeling, huh?
Yeah. I worked at National Grid for 3 years. My pay is up in the 6-figure range. Not right now because I'm unemployed, but I'm getting a lot of unemployment. I'm going to suck that up before I go back to work.
Yeah.
But I got stuff now. I got I got a decent mic. I got a camera that doesn't.
We can hear you. We can see you. Your internet's not
Yeah,
dropping out halfway.
yeah. I got a real internet connection. I got one of these TikTok lights
Nice. You know
for no reason.
the back in the day, like even though I was the one that always seemed to have tech problems, I was still the one that looked the best on the pod because you had crappy cameras or crappy internet.
Oh, my computer was crap too.
Oh yeah.
This computer I'm on now. So so my neighbor upstairs died,
Ooh.
and apparently, if you die and there's nobody to like claim you, people just ransack your stuff. The people that clean out these apartments,
Sounds about right.
and they're making a crap ton of noise. So I went upstairs to see what all the hubbub was about, and this dude had like 50 computers in his apartment. He had like books. Like this guy, like I would have actually gotten along with this guy
If you
if
knew
I
he was
met him.
living there.
Yeah. Instead, we fought because he was like old, and he I don't know. I bet you back in the day I was talking about him. He kept flooding my bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like every other day, flooding my bathroom, and I guess he turned the water on and forget or something like that. But
Yeah.
anyway, he passed away. I went through his stuff and they said, "Yeah, dude, take whatever you want." So I took his computer. He had gaming computers.
Nice.
Like he was like a cool old guy, I guess. He had this like Antec case and it's all like lit up and it's water cooled, and it's got a GTX 720 in it, I think, which is better than that video card you gave me
Yes.
that I was using back in the day. And no, it's decent. I mean, you can't really game on it. You can't play anything new on it. I was trying to play Elite Dangerous and Call of Duty on it.
I'm still using the exact same computer I was using when we potted 3 years ago. Unfortunately, I am going to have to buy a new one soon because I found out it's not compatible with Windows 11.
You gotta play Windows 11 sucks. You do not want
Well,
Windows.
you know, eventually they're going to stop supporting a 10, and I'm going to have to go to 11. So I need at least an 8th gen i7 or higher.
There's like nothing good about 11 other than they changed the start menu.
It's pretty cool. I like it.
The new start menu?
Yeah.
I like the squares. I like the Metro.
We've had the start menu in the same place since 1994.
Oh
It's
my
about
god,
time
are
we
you
moved.
serious? It's innovation. Let's innovate Windows
they're
by
just taking a
moving the
page from
start.
Apple, right?
Yeah.
Innovation.
We're remaking the wheel over here. I don't like it. It's unorganized. They removed the. I always use the clock to get to Task Manager. I always right click on the clock.
Yeah.
I'm just used to doing that. They got rid of that.
Huh.
Now you have to click on. You got to right click on the start menu
See,
or
I've
do
always
Control Alt
Delete and then Task Manager.
I used to do that. I got used to doing the clock thing, so
Yeah.
I got used to that. I don't know. It's just bland. I don't feel like I'm using a newer operating system.
Yeah.
I feel like I have like some.
I feel like it's more made
theme.
for like tablet PCs and like the foldable, convertible.
Yeah. That's what sucks about Microsoft. I had a Surface Duo. I told you about that. I was like a Surface Duo tanked.
That's it.
It was like a
That's it. Right
13
there.
on-
Surface. I bet you that's what it is. They're gearing the OS to the.
It doesn't have
Surface.
tablet mode. Like that's gone.
No, it doesn't.
So
They
I
took
don't.
that out.
So
How did we not have Windows 11 in the list of things to talk about?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it just came out.
True.
I'm running it on my I got a gaming laptop.
Yeah.
It's an ROG Zephyrin,
Nice.
and I installed Windows 10 just to see, and I was not impressed. There's a lot of compatibility issues. Like
Yeah.
even some older games I can't play anymore. I mean that's
Well, there's
normal
a lot,
for
there's a lot
Windows.
to be said for why that is, and it's they're finally doing what Apple has always done, and they're forcing old equipment to stop working.
No. Yeah, Apple's gonna be like, we decided monitors aren't necessary anymore.
Yeah.
The new Mac with no screen.
Yeah, I did get a new MacBook Pro and an iMac this year. I just don't use my PC for the pod or my video cameras or anything.
Which is
important
weird
that
because
I don't use the PC for.
Because so you're saying you use your Apple
No, I
for
mean
the pet?
like the heavy duty stuff I always do on my PC. Like
See,
video
that's weird
editing.
because Macs have always been geared towards creative
I think
types
it's
and
honestly
applications.
the screen. It's always the screen for me. I have to have a big screen. I have a 32-inch Samsung 4K monitor
Really,
and
I got.
a couple
I
of
just
smaller
bought.
monitors.
I just bought a 35-inch desktop screen. I have to turn my head to look
Yeah,
from one side to the other.
and see that's what
It's
I
awesome.
like about it, and I think that's what makes me drive back to this all the time because I can sit and everything's here, and I'm not hunched over a laptop or stuck with one screen unless I
How
want to use
big is your
SideCloud.
iMac? How big is the
24.
iMac?
They're both M1s. I got the. I forget
Hey, I
what
mean,
size,
whatever works.
but I got the 24-inch iMac. I forget what size my MacBook Pro is, but it's the smaller one. I know that.
Rich is a super Apple fanboy.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, have decided to ditch Apple. I ditched my iPhone. I ditched
Again,
my
you've
tablet.
done this a few times now.
I got this Android tablet, which was free from my T-Mobile, which means it sucks,
Oh, right, right.
and it does suck. But I mean, it's good for browsing the web.
Yeah.
I got the Galaxy Buds from Ears, and I got
Which are working out better for you than the AirPods.
AirPods. Oh yeah. So I'm talking about headphones.
See, I got the
I
AirPods
probably have
Pro,
talked,
and I love them.
and they don't fall out of your ear.
No, but I had to
They
use
oh
the biggest little insert thing.
yeah.
But,
It doesn't matter what size I use; they just fall out of my ear. I don't even feel them slipping out. Like I'll be like taking a piss, and it'll just boop fall out of my ear on the dirty floor.
wow.
Or I'm doing dishes. Thank God they're like slightly waterproof. Like I'll do dishes,
Yeah.
listen to a podcast or something, and they'll just fall out of my ear. And it's always been like that. I've never liked the rubber tip headphones because they don't stay in my ear. I like
it's funny you
the
mentioned
original
the
AirPods.
waterproofing, and they're water resistant. They're not waterproof, but even so like it's hard to get used to technology that's waterproof. And like my iPhone is completely waterproof, and like I literally could rinse it off in the sink if I wanted to.
Did they get rid of the charger port?
No, but it's waterproofed, and my Apple Watch is
Must
waterproof.
be gold.
I can go swimming with it on, like.
Yeah.
But then, like, you think, like, well, why isn't everybody doing this? I mean, does it cost that much for a couple of O-rings? And
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just not on the designer's mind or
Maybe.
whatever. People don't usually take their phones into water. I have an Otter. I used to have an Otter. Okay. Okay, weirdo.
Well, I mean,
I
sometimes you just want to watch.
specifically bought my phone so I could go in the water.
Sometimes you want to watch drunk tech support while you're in the tub.
Yeah. See, I got the Otter case.
Nice.
Which have you used Otter cases?
I have. I used to have them. Those and the life-proof ones I used to use all the time. But now I'm 100% Tech 21. They are phenomenal.
What does that mean?
Tech 21 is a case manufacturer, but their cases can be dropped from like 15, 20 feet in the air. And
yeah, I think I've seen like a demonstration of their.
they're really good. And I mean, I don't even use a screen protector anymore because between the quality of the glass and then the fact that it never actually rests on the screen because it sits up just a lift where it pulls it off. So
I got the Razer 5G. My screen's bendy.
yeah. How do you like that? I was wondering. I've never seen anyone had it.
I love this phone, and it was marked down too.
How much is
like
it like the original Razer? That's what I want to know. Like, is it very similar or?
Oh, dude, yeah, it's like the same. I mean, it's a little bit wider.
Yeah.
But it's about the same size, and it has. This is what I like. It's got this outside screen.
Yeah, and that's
So you
always
can,
on, like the Apple Watch.
Yeah, and you can quickly check your. Well, I mean, it turns on when you pull it up. It's got like a sensor.
Yeah.
I like it.
Nice.
It took a while. It took a while to get used to the aspect ratio of the screen because I don't know if you can see. It's like a little narrower than like a regular phone.
Looks like
so
a little bit.
I don't know. I don't know if you saw when I sent you a picture. Like it looked like a panoramic because it takes the picture to fit the screen.
Okay, I gotcha.
Um,
You know,
but
the
dude,
5G has really been impressive. Like, you know,
5G causes cancer and COVID.
oh yeah, and it crashes airplanes too. Don't forget.
Yep.
No, so they big companies bought a bunch of frequencies recently, and they launched their C-band 5G all over the country. Verizon and T-Mobile, I think, was the other one.
Yeah.
But anyways, I tested it yesterday on Verizon, the 5G ultra wideband, which previously you could only get the millimeter wave ultra wideband at the airports and big cities. But I literally have speed tests that I saved that are like 3.5 gigabits on the ultra wideband millimeter wave. The new
That
C
doesn't mean
band,
much for a phone.
the new C band is not as good, but I was still getting about 300K. So
Yeah.
for a cell phone, it's pretty damn impressive.
300K.
Meg, sorry.
Okay. I was like, dude, what do you want? 3G?
But
I don't even think
unfortunately,
3G does 300K.
where I live is a small area. There's not a lot of people here, so we don't even have 5G yet. So
Mountains.
I'm stuck on LTE. So
Oh,
you know.
for you. I don't see what use 3 gigahertz would have on a phone, on like a laptop with a SIM card or like a tablet. I
Well,
could see
yeah, you can
that
use
being.
tethering and have it hooked up
Yeah.
to a hotspot, and then it's worthwhile. I mean, but otherwise, it's
Cool.
just cool to say, hey, my cell phone can do 3 gigabits.
It's cool until you turn gay
Right.
because of the waves. The waves or something with the 5G.
Yeah.
There are literally people out there protesting
Oh, I know.
and attacking 5G towers.
We got to remember they did the same thing when 3G came out. They were saying that our brains were going to cook from microwaves and like
That I believe. You have all these radio waves passing through your body. It can't be healthy. At least I know that.
it's not bad for you.
No, I know it's not bad, but I mean it's not good for you. It's not like vitamins or anything.
No, it's not going to help your body in any way. But
These past 3 years,
3 years,
4 years, whatever, I've like completely lost faith in humanity.
yeah,
Just everything that's going on.
yeah, it's been kind of a
I
crazy
used
couple
to,
of years.
dude. You don't even know, and not even having a podcast to bitch about it.
I know.
I don't want to go into details. You already know, unless
Yeah, and I
you're
don't-
viewing this in the future.
I definitely don't
2016.
want to have a political discussion, but I know,
Oh no, we never do that.
you know, it has been crazy between COVID and people that won't wear masks and the whole January 6th thing, and it's been a crazy roller coaster of a couple of years.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Speaking of January 6th, have you heard of freedom convoys?
About what?
Freedom convoys.
I have not.
It's where a bunch of racist redneck, like Confederate flag waving people get together in their cars.
Oh, and
like
their
20
trucks,
cars,
and they have like flags
and they-
on the back,
they-
and they do like a
And
parade.
they drive. Yeah, they drive and they honk their horns and they yell. I'm like, dude, bruh,
Yeah.
fudge. So me and my brother were driving, and of course the convoy's coming down the road. So I decided to be an ass.
Yeah,
and
me too. When I had one,
I pulled in front. And like cut them in half, and then I drove like 1 mile an hour, and like they were honking and stuff. They couldn't go around because it was like a main street.
lucky
and,
you don't get shot.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay, so check us out. So my brother was with me, and I finally got sick of doing it. I was like, whatever. So I did like a U-turn because there was like traffic was free. I did a U-turn, and my brother pointed out one of the guys had gotten out of the truck with a natty daddy in his hand
Oh God.
and was like trying to fight me. He was like trying to chase my car. So I kept stopping, and then he came up like, we're gonna fight, and then I started driving again, and then I stopped again, honked my horn at him.
Yeah, I'll never understand it. I mean, why do people care so much? First off, I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's
matter.
the thing. Like, I'm not passionate about anything. Well, I mean, I guess I'm passionate about this.
Yeah.
I just think it's stupid, but I would never go out and picket anything. Like, I have
Yeah.
no reason
I just don't
to. I
understand
think people are just bored.
the worship of these people that are literally destroying our lives.
Scum.
Like
Attention
they're
whore scum.
running the country, and people worship them like they're gods. And I'm like,
Oh,
all they're doing is making you poor and ruining our world. Like,
yeah, and all the lower class people like look up to them. Like,
yeah, there was something,
but they're shitting on them.
Something was said a long time ago that Republicans don't vote for who they need; they vote for
the party.
Like, no, they vote for who they want to be. So they vote for these people that are at the top, the wealthiest Americans, because they think I'm going to be wealthy one day, even though they're actually making themselves poorer.
Right, they're getting all the because they're fighting for like minimum wage and all this stuff. And what's
just to
happened?
Clear the air, I'm not a Democrat either. They're both retarded.
You're agnostic.
I don't give a shit.
Oh no, yeah, the Dems suck just as bad. Yeah. Like they're guilty of a lot of the same stuff. But if you got to pick one or the other, you know, that's why Biden got voted, because they're like, we can't deal with Trump for 4 more years. Could you imagine?
No, no, I couldn't.
Because he was hired, I think that was one of our last podcasts. We're like, oh God, he got elected, and he's done so much to like turn the clock back for America, and made it okay to be just straight out awful and racist, and like no repercussions happen because of it. So now we have all these like mini Trumps. Like, what's that, Greenwood?
They're emboldening the idiots, basically.
Yeah. And I'm like, I've always hated politics, but I mean, like, I miss like the early 2000s. I miss Bush.
I know.
I miss like when politicians
never thought I'd say that, but he seems sane now, based on political.
I miss
elites.
Like I mean, we always knew like people are crazy, but they weren't outwardly crazy.
Right.
Now everyone's outwardly crazy,
and it's okay. That's what makes it worse.
Yeah, there's nothing comes of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But anyways,
all right, that's
no more politics. We're done. So we took some notes. Well, mostly you made notes. I'm not going to take credit for it.
I tried to remember everything that we've missed.
I missed something, apparently, because in your notes I noticed you put something about YouTube removing the dislike button.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know that happened.
Speaking of crazy, because of the crazy mobs, like people are like, I mean, take for instance 2016, the Ghostbusters, where they came out the all-female Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah, and everybody
that was voted down into oblivion. Yeah. Now we don't want to hurt people's feelings. We don't want to see how much people dislike it. There is a plugin for Chrome that so far still you can unlock the dislike button to see how many dislikes there are.
Nice.
But I'm like,
that's so
why?
Stupid. And we're talking about extremes. I mean, with anything, people have a tendency to go from one extreme to the other. Like, we don't want to hurt people's feelings, because legitimately it's not fair to like make fun of people, or we
don't want to embolden people that make crappy stuff, though.
Yeah, but you still want to be able to say, you know what, that's stupid, or that sucks.
What's next? What's next? Movie critics? Are they gonna like Rotten Tomatoes now? Every movie's gonna have 100%.
Yeah,
because you can't vote negative.
Can't say 2 thumbs down.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of downvoting, a game I was very much looking forward to, Battlefield 2042, because it's been 3 years. I think last we were talking about was Battlefield 5 on
God,
like one of our last pods.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I've been listening to a bunch just to see where we're at.
Yeah.
We were at. So Battlefield, I'm a huge Battlefield. You and I actually used to play Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Back in the day.
Is that what it is? It's now back in the day.
Yeah.
3 years ago is back in the day.
Yeah, we're just gonna say back in the day.
Okay. Back in the before 4 time.
In the before times.
So Battlefield 2042 is the most downvoted, disliked game on the internet.
Why?
It came out and they tried to fix. They tried to change the core mechanics of the game. So the things that we liked about the game being unique, They're like, let's get rid of it, because Battlefield is always like a realistic.
Did they forget to get feedback from the customer?
That's what it seems like, and they've been silent about it since. Like, okay, hold on, let me look up here. I have bookmarked the Steam. Oh God, where did it go? Oh, it's gone now. Beer. I got a bookmark for beer. I'll just wait it. So they've been tracking the Steam. It keeps track of like how many people are playing the game at the moment.
Okay.
And the older Battlefields outpaced the new one.
Really?
There's literally like 4,000 people playing on the new Battlefield, and then there's like 10 on the older versions, because people just, I uninstalled it. Now, okay, so there's like a huge list. Go on the internet and look. And everyone's complaining about the same thing. There are 90,000 negative reviews on Steam for this game. It's the most disliked. It got knocked from the #1 game. So they removed like random stuff. They removed the scoreboard. Like, you know, you're like playing a game, you can hit tab or F1 and see. They just got rid of it.
What the hell?
Yeah, they're like, well, we're working on implementing it in a future update, and everyone's like, why?
Oh my!
Why would you remove that? And a set of classes, you know, there's 4 classes like medic, assault, engineer, sniper. Got rid of that. Now instead of that, we have specialists.
Oh my God!
Specialists are like individual personality.
Now, I saw
characters you can play.
I thought they were, or I saw somewhere that they were doing free to play. Did they ever go through with that, or?
They're talking about it. That's what's in the talk now, because it's done so badly. I think they're just going to give. They're going to give up on it.
That's
no. They patches aren't going to fix this. I don't think they're going to have to just like can it and redo it. And it's sucked. Everyone's saying like it's another EA. I guess they're notorious for like destroying games and game companies.
Yeah, but yet they've been around since the 90s, 80s, somewhere.
Yeah.
Somehow they hold on.
I play a ton of EA games, like, you know.
Yeah.
You can't. So it's specialists. They're trying to be like these kiddie games, like Apex Legends and Fortnite. Yeah, where everyone's got their little goofy, quirky character, and at the end of the match in Battlefield 2042. They say like cringy stuff at the end of the game.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, you mentioned kiddie games like Fortnite. So I have children. Everybody knows that, I think.
Oh, you do?
But one of my kids played Fortnite like literally nonstop every day for years. Like, it felt like 2 or 3 years. Like, probably since we potted last. And like about a year ago, he just was like, "It's gotten stupid. I don't want to play it anymore." Like, all the things they've brought in to make it better has just gotten rid of all of their players. And it used to be the #1 played game ever. Like,
that's why all these other games are trying to like copy it.
Yeah.
They want that
they
sweet
fucked it up. Or sorry.
They want that sweet child money.
Yeah, that's
so what they do is they create these characters called heroes, which is who you play as. And it you know, you can buy different ones off the store, like unique ones that you can't get in the game, and that's where they're getting their money. That and like costumes and like funny dances. I tried to play Fortnite. I installed it on my Switch.
Yeah,
and I quit.
I
quit as soon as I was in the waiting room. And like people were dancing to like current pop music and stuff. I was like, ugh, it's not for me, dude. It's for kids.
Yeah, but even the kids are losing interest. So
the kids are like growing out of it. So Battlefield tried to implement that, and these Fortnite and stuff, they do this. It's called Battle Royale.
Yeah,
I don't know if you heard of that.
Yeah.
Which is basically everybody parachutes into an area, and you're like surviving on your own.
One
you gotta
for
kill everybody.
all for one.
Yeah, and the environment keeps getting smaller.
Yeah.
There's like either a shield. So Battlefield should have, the DICE, whoever did it, should have learned from before. They kept trying to implement. They kept trying to implement a battle royale mode into their games.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5. Both times it's failed. If you try to go in, they call it Firestorm or Firestorm, I think. And it's the same premise. And if you go to try, it'll take up to 30 minutes to matchmake now because
Jeez.
nobody's interested in it. And I finally got into a match. You parachute down. I land and I go in this little building. Find a gun, and then boom, I'm dead.
Yeah.
And I'm out of the game.
Yeah.
You're out of the game.
And that's it.
Yeah.
No, it's
So-
not interesting to me, and I think
No.
anybody who tries to go down that path is making a big misstep. But
They are.
this is why we're not game developers, I guess.
We should be.
we should
We should be the higher ups. I won't play it. I uninstalled it. I don't even think I have 2 hours into the game. It's awful. Not only on top of the game changes they made, there's so many glitches. Everyone's like, dude, this is like an alpha. This isn't even a beta release.
That's terrible.
And
it's
games
like 'cause
nowadays
they're trying to reinvent the wheel, basically. I mean,
yeah, from the ground up, and it's they don't have anything to fall back on like the previous games. But that's a pattern now in gaming. People are releasing. Not now. I remember only back in 2015, like shit happening. Like Tony Hawk comes out, they push these unfinished games out because they want to get them out by Christmas, and then you have like a 20 gigabyte day one patch.
yeah, and then you can't even play until the day after Christmas.
Yeah. So that's been the thing. So I don't have any faith in it. I actually left a negative comment.
Yeah.
Because these operators that you play as, everybody picks like the same ones, so everyone on your team looks exactly the same, and everyone on the enemy side looks exactly the same. So you don't even know if you're quickly shooting. You don't know if you're shooting at a teammate or not.
Wow.
Because everyone's like a clone of like the same. There's only like 4 or 5 operators. So
that's crazy.
So you're in a team of 128 people, mixed 5 different characters. I mean, it's just a disaster. Yeah.
Hey, I don't mean to backtrack, but we did forget. We kind of glossed over a couple of things with our 3-year hiatus.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So the big one being, those of you who may have watched the show previously may remember there was a game being developed by a friend of ours, and unfortunately, the game's not finished, and he has passed away. In a terrible car accident, actually. It was pretty sad.
It wasn't him driving. He was in the back of a truck, like the bed of a truck, and they flipped.
He's
been a friend of ours
in my pickup truck. So now I'm thinking, like, wow, that could have been Jay one.
Why do you think I was so frightened every time I go driving with you?
Makes sense. Now.
It was like I have real anxiety driving with you when you like. You're like, I'm gonna drive off the road and swerve around and crap like that. That shit's not cool.
Yeah.
Especially in that death trap you drove, the fucking Crown Vic.
But
Bob has been a friend of mine since
high school,
like 2000, like 20 plus years, and it really sucks.
Yeah, it sucked to hear, but
I'm gonna take a look at his game and see if there's a way it can be
I'd like
released.
to at least get it to a final product so that we can, in honor of him.
We won't, not to make money. Not to make money.
No,
just put it out there.
To put it out there.
R.I.P. Bob.
Yeah, and also, I've got a new tattoo.
Oh, what is it? Is that the Clippy one?
Yes, it is.
Oh, and you left it blank so you could write in.
Exactly. So
Did I not know that?
Stuff.
I didn't know that. Wasn't that my idea?
I don't know.
I bet you there's a pod. I was like, you should get a Clippy tattoo and leave it blank so you can like write random stuff in it.
Yeah, and I've used it like I'll get super drunk or whatever, and I'll write something funny, whatever.
I finally got tattoos.
Yeah.
I
got your
Aphex Twin because I'm an Aphex Twin fanboy.
Yep.
And I got my
wife.
my wife. I actually designed this. Pick the font and everything.
Yeah.
It actually got messed up. I don't know if you can see, like, it's like really light.
You said you got infected, right?
Yeah, I got infected. The guy said he can touch it up, no problem. But I just haven't
I had the same thing happen. So DJ, who was also another guest on our show way back.
Did he pass? Did he pass since we last talked?
He passed away 3 years ago, so it may have been before we stopped podding, but I can't remember. Or actually, no, it was. I want to.
He's been on the pod. He's been on the pod a few times too.
Yeah, I want to say it was a year before we stopped podding entirely. But regardless, he's passed away. So I did get a remembrance tattoo for him. He died of cystic fibrosis, so I got a cystic fibrosis ribbon. And,
Yeah, he hung in there for a long time.
He did, and it's not the same without him. Never will be.
Oh yeah.
But
I get it, dude. It sucks. And the older you get, the more people are gonna
I know
drop dead.
Damn, getting old.
What was his name? Stoner Mouse? Yeah, 3 years ago.
So, yeah, it was a while ago.
R.I.P.
A lot's happened in 3 years.
Yeah. This is such a sorry to be a buzzkill.
It's fine. I mean, people need to know if they're gonna pay attention.
I'm gonna skip games because we don't have a.
Yeah, we can
I had
talk
2
about
other
games.
games.
We have a lot on the list, so we can.
Yeah, we're just trying to get like all the basics out, and then we'll
kind
go
of
back
catch
to,
everybody up, and then our next episode we can hit the games hard, and
hit them hella hard.
So.
Okay, Dead Upstairs Neighbor. I talked about him. What else we got? William Shatner went into space.
He did. How did we not think about that? I was like,
I'm floating in space.
Yeah,
I'm a rocket man.
He was really moved by it. He was like crying afterwards when he landed.
Yeah,
and it was like, damn.
Well, oh shit, I forgot the guy that owns the company, Bezos.
Yeah,
Jeff Bezos. So when they landed, Shatner was like speechless. He was like trying to articulate like what he felt.
Yeah, and
Bezos
like...
and Bezos comes over, interrupts him with like champagne, like, woo!
Yeah. Frat boy Bezos over here.
Yeah. I'm like, dude. And Bezos was like the one listening to him.
Spaceman.
Bezos was like there on camera listening to Shatner.
Yeah.
And he just like turned his head. He was like, hey, can we get one of those champagnes? I'm like, oh my God, dude. Because there's that effect when you see the planet from high up.
He's one of those guys that Bezos is one of those guys that doesn't know, like, doesn't take cues on when to say things. Like,
is he
what's
autistic?
Appropriate. Like, maybe.
Woo! Yeah!
Like, my father just died. Yeah, champagne!
Yeah! There's an effect. There's an effect that happens when a human being goes into space.
Yeah.
And a lot of astronauts have it. When you see the planet,
it's like,
and you can see the whole planet from your view.
I imagine. I'm of course never.
I forgot the name of the effect,
but I imagine it's the same feeling that you get when you see like Niagara Falls or like these things that are larger than life, and you feel so insignificant.
It should make you feel small in like the big picture.
Is that times 1,000? Like
But, I mean, they weren't technically in space. They were in the there's like the name for something like that.
Anyway,
but
he
still,
went
you get
closer to
the
space than we will ever be. So
yeah,
planet's
flat anyway.
Right. Flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
Hashtag kill me. So yeah, there was that, and that was interesting. I got to go to space. I guess he was the real rocket man after all.
I guess so.
And there's a whole bunch of stuff about Jeff Bezos sucking.
Yeah,
like a bunch of stuff with I don't know, like Amazon employees like pissing in bottles because they can't go on break or something.
Yeah, that was a.
Didn't they try to unionize?
They did, and then it failed. So I don't, so that's another thing I can comment on is, I've always been pro union. Like, I think it's important that somebody is fighting for workers' rights. Whoever that somebody is, it's not going to be the company because they're worried about making money.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been pro union for that reason. I have a different perspective now, though, because I work in a union shop. And I've never had that experience. I never got to see what it was like. And there's a balancing act that you have to have. And because otherwise the union will take whatever it can get. Like,
Yeah, there's a point where there's a balancing act for real,
Yeah.
because you don't want the union to have too much power, because then they get lazy.
yeah,
When I was working at National Grid, the janitorial staff were all union.
yeah,
They're lazy as hell. They wouldn't do,
yeah.
you put in a request and you wouldn't hear back from them for
Yeah,
weeks.
it's hard. It's hard to like. They're like you said. Like both have said at this point, it's a balancing act. You have to know, like, where to stop, and like realize that you're asking too much, or, you know.
Yeah.
But it's been interesting working in that kind of environment. I've never experienced it before.
Yeah. So wait. So you're not union. But
I'm not, which makes
people
it even,
you work with.
which it changes the perspective, of course, entirely, because now I'm responsible for managing people that are unionized. So there's additional frustrations that come with it as a manager. But you know me, I'm not a bottom line guy. Like, I just want to do a good job. I just want to get the job done. And
Yeah.
I feel like the mentality is more they just don't want to lose their job. Like,
Right. Nobody wants to lose their job.
yeah, which I get, and I'm totally supportive of that aspect of it. Nobody should have to worry about their job. So, it's like I said, a balancing act.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
But
about unions.
but for whatever reason, Amazon failed to unionize, which I don't understand, because they really, really should.
Didn't Muskie's people do that too? They tried to unionize and he shit on them.
I don't know. I know there's been a lot of talk in a lot of different places, especially tech areas.
Yeah.
And it makes sense in a place like Amazon, where you've got, hundreds of thousands of people that are fighting for rights.
Yeah. And you're like the biggest company in the world.
Yeah.
Right now, like, and this is the thing. COVID. We hit on COVID too much.
No, we didn't.
You have COVID right now.
Well, I'm getting over it. But yes.
Why aren't you wearing a mask?
Because I'm in my own house and I don't need to.
Don't care. You need a mask.
But yeah, I did get it, but I was also vaccinated and boosted, so it was really like a cold. Honestly, is worse than the COVID was.
Really?
I did have some breathing problems because I have asthma. But
I was like scared to death of you getting COVID.
I was
with all
too
your-
prior to vaccinations, but
Yeah, I got my vaccine. I didn't get the booster yet.
I got mine about 2 months ago. So it really wasn't much. It was just I was tired and I had some breathing trouble due to my asthma, really, not due to the COVID. So, but
I'll
I'm
probably
good
die
now.
if I get it.
I took a week and just kind of relaxed and.
Has your family got it?
Yeah, everybody got it except for my youngest kid.
Yeah.
So we've all had it at this point, and
He's immune. We need his blood.
yeah.
My brother got it, and we have like a 2-bedroom here, and magically I didn't catch it from him. We don't really socialize either, so
Yeah.
I
think that's one thing we've had going for us this whole time is we're not very social, so we don't.
Yeah, being an introvert saves lives.
Yeah, saves lives.
I was so happy when my work was like, everybody go home. This COVID shit's out of control.
Yeah.
Like the first surge. God, what was that? May 2021.
Yeah, March actually is when I was told. Yeah.
Yeah.
2020, not even 2020. 2020.
Boom. Everyone sent home. I got to work from home for like a year and a half.
So I went from the middle of March until August 1. August 1 of 2020, we were required to go back. And then at that point, Texas decided COVID didn't exist anymore. And it was normal. So we went back to work, and I literally just sat in my office and closed the door every day. I was like, I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm not going to catch this virus. And if you're going to make me come to work, then my door's staying shut.
Oh, God, don't let's not get started on stupid people again.
Yeah.
And that's yet another reason I've lost faith in humanity. Like at least 50% of humanity, it seems. So one of the good things that came out of COVID is all these places that pay bare minimum can't find employees now because everyone's like staying home. and they don't want to work for minimum wage now.
Yeah,
You know,
there's been
there's
a
like
big
the
resurgence.
stimulus.
They called it the Great Resignation, where people are leaving
Yeah,
places that aren't treating them right because they
I
don't.
saw McDonald's offering $17 an hour.
Yeah,
Like, can you imagine that, dude?
I'll bet you they pay more here because our minimum wage is the highest in the country, $15 an
Oh,
hour, 14,
what?
14.50. But
Yeah, they're trying to put. I mean, a while back they're trying to push that $15 minimum wage thing across, and that got shot down, of course.
yeah,
But with this, they did this, not the stimulus, the
yeah. The bottom
tax
line is this:
break and stuff.
the prices of things in the store at a $14.50 minimum wage is exactly the same as the price in the $7 an hour minimum wage states.
Yeah,
I've lived
they're
in
not.
both. There's no difference. It's just the companies don't want to pay you that much.
Yeah, they want greed. And I've seen so many funny memes about it because they're like, you know, boomers are like, get a job, go flip burgers, and then like you get the job and you can't live off the money they make.
Exactly.
So you quit, and then the boomers are like, why is there no one to cook my burgers? You know.
You know, and that's the thing. I mean, you mentioned boomers. It was a different world when they were growing up, and it was easier for them to get a good paying job.
Yeah.
Ironically, because of unions,
and everything was cheap. You could get a house loan without like
a house for
$20,000. Yeah, and now they're looking at us like, why can't you do it?
Yeah,
I'm like,
houses are $600,000.
My rent's like $1,200 a month, and I can do it now. Finally, if I think
you know
I
what
could.
I learned today that was
My
weird?
credit score is still shit.
There's states like I want to say Alabama was one of them. Their minimum wage is still $5.15 an hour, and
Jesus
the
Christ.
only reason they pay $7.25 is because it's federally mandated. But if that federal mandate were to stop, everybody there would be $5.15 an hour.
I can't believe that, man. That's awful. I worked when I was I don't know, back in 2007, 6. I worked at Wendy's. I was like a assistant manager. I was making nine something an hour. I couldn't find an apartment that was cheaper than like $1,200.
You can't live on $9. What makes you think you're gonna live on $5? Like
yeah, 15 I believe is like I could survive off 15 an hour.
We're lucky because we're at a time in our career where we've got the skills and the experience to get a higher wage. But these folks that are coming in entry level, you're screwed. And entry level jobs, I mean, you'll find a lot of companies are still looking for experience for entry level work. Like
I know they're
tier 1 tech support, and they're like 5 years of tech experience.
You must have
for tier 1.
I've been looking at jobs to interview at, and I got turned down because I don't have a bachelor's degree, at least in anything. But I'm like, dude, I got like 15 years experience and I have 3 certifications, and I'm like, that's good enough. And I'm like, that's the old mentality.
Yeah.
Like, you got to go to college. You got to get a college degree. And I probably know more than like people that have gone to college because I've had the experience.
Yeah.
I'm not just book smart.
Yeah.
And
I did go to college, and I have the experience, and it still sometimes is ridiculous.
Yeah, it sucks. But the good that's coming of it is that some jobs are caving in and starting to pay more.
Right.
Yeah. There's a shop down the street.
They're not going to get anyone otherwise.
No, I know. There's a pizza place like just a block away from me, and they got this hiring full-time cook. We'll train.
Yeah.
And they got to close at like 2:00. Some days they don't even open.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the staff.
Well, there's still a lot of restaurants around here that they haven't even opened their indoors yet because they don't have the staffing for the inside. They only have drive-through open, and you go in there at any given time, even the busy time of day, and they've got 3-4 people in there total. Like,
yeah. Do you remember when COVID?
Nobody's going to work for shit money now because they know they don't have to.
Exactly. That's good. If people, unless COVID blows over and people are like, oh God, I need money now, and then it goes back to the way it was, and that's what they want you to just give up and just work for the crap money. You remember when the panic of COVID first came out in 2001? Yes. I remember driving to work before they sent us home. No traffic.
Yeah, none.
I'm talking 9 a.m. driving into Massachusetts.
Yeah.
0 traffic. It felt like it was like The Walking Dead or something.
Post-apocalyptic.
It's slowly creeping back. It's creeping back up there.
Yeah.
A
But
couple
there
of
is
the
still a
jobs.
lot of companies that are allowing the at-home work because it's what people
It,
want. I mean,
that's
you know
what
what? You know what changed, and I noticed it. Maybe you didn't, because I know your living situation is different. You're living with your brother. I have my kids and everybody here, and I noticed quality of life went up. Like, we were spending more time together as a family, and riding our bikes and
Yeah.
going to the park, playing basketball, like things we could never do before, because we were always working. You know.
There's a dread. I've never liked working. You know me. Like I've always tried. I hate just. I feel like I'm wasting my time just to make money. Like I'm like going into work. I'm wasting my time driving. You know,
Yeah.
traffic
Yeah.
adds like an extra 2-3 hours to my day. You know.
Yeah.
And
then your 8-hour day turns into an 11-hour day, and then
not
where's
that
the
my
time
parents.
for life? You don't have.
Not that my parents were awesome to ever begin with. Like I never saw my dad. He wouldn't get home till like 7-8 o'clock at night, and I'd be in bed. You know, like that takes away from like family time shit. Not that my family would ever have family time, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
But you
That's
wouldn't
what you're
have been
talking
able
about.
to if they wanted to, because you didn't have the time.
Right.
To do it, you know.
Right. It sucks. But so what my job at National Grid, my position was removed. There I was on a team of 4, and they're like, yeah, we need to cut one person, and I was the last person. Yeah, I was the last person hired, so I was let go.
Yeah.
On good terms. Like I still
good.
talk to all the guys at my work, but I was kind of bitter at first. I'm like, what all these jobs have learned from the work from home thing is that they can just outsource all their jobs to Mexico, because they were replacing the help desk with
But you know what's
some company in
ironic
Mexico.
is I'm seeing a lot of these countries, not so much like China, for instance, but a lot of the other ones are really focusing more on workers' rights, and as they do that, and they have better pay and better working conditions in some of these foreign countries, there's less need to outsource because there's no cost benefit. You know?
Yeah.
Plus, in my experience working with foreign workers, they usually go through an employment agency. So, like, you're paying a company a percentage, and then they pay the employee.
Yeah, that's what
you're
that's
losing
what I'm
money.
doing right now.
So,
When I first started at National Grid, I was a contractor, and 30% of my pay went to the company that got me hired. And it wasn't until I got hired full time that I was like seeing the chunk of money they took away from me
yeah,
come back to me. I was like, wow, I wish. Then I must have said no. I must have said this to you or somebody at work. I'm like, we need to become headhunters.
yeah,
We need to start hiring companies, get people hired, take 30% of their pay,
yep,
and we'll be fat and happy. I mean, fatter. You'll be fatter.
I'll be fatter. Yeah.
I'll be fatter, dude. I'm so fat. I'm like 225 again.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's been a problem staying from home. The COVID,
Yeah.
COVID 25. They call it the COVID 25 because people gain at least 20 pounds.
Yeah.
From no longer having to walk to work and stuff. I was checking my Fitbit one day during the COVID working from home, and I was like, I've only taken 500 steps today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
I remember
have a
those days.
stroke.
Like, I wouldn't even get up and get in the shower. I would just like get in my PJs and sit at my desk. Done.
Yeah. You got your dress shirt on top for meetings,
Yeah.
and you're either in your boxers or shorts or whatever.
Yep.
Fun time. All right, you want to wrap it up? I guess.
Yeah, we can wrap it up, and
I was thinking our first episode back would be like a 2-hour extravaganza, but you want to cut it short. So.
Well, we'll do another one next week, and we'll hit all the games because we have a lot of games to talk about, and a lot of stuff's happened.
Are we keeping our getting Gateway Games theme? I touched it up. I touched up all of our intro segment tracks.
I'm looking forward to it.
Gaming's happy. We're getting happy with games.
We are.
And plus, it's South Park.
Yeah. So anyway, this is.
We have an outro, but we don't have a Twitter or YouTube.
Yeah, we had the old outro, but none of that exists because everything got deleted because.
Rich panicked.
Yeah. But yeah, we will eventually have our iTunes and Google Play and all that. We'll be back. I'm working on it behind the scenes. For now, just check the website, drunktechsport.com.
Are we doing our outro? your tagline?
No, because none of it exists. The
Your
outro.
go F yourself, America.
Oh, that.
That was your thing.
I don't think
now
we
we can't say that. Well, what are you gonna do for an outro? You have to have a zinger.
A zinger.
Every podcast has like a end of the show. They say something.
Well,
Like,
I'm gonna have to think about it and come up with a new zinger. For now,
okay.
go F yourself, America.
Thank you for listening to Drop Tech's part. Go have a beer.
Go have a beer. There you go. I like it.
Have a beer.